Hello, hello, hello. Here, let me take that down for a second. Hold on. Oh no, where's the game thingy? There it is. Okay. And here we go. I thought we could take some time to chat. So welcome on in. This will not be spoiler free. And in case you're wondering, where are the guys? That's still on November 1st, I promise. So, yeah. But I thought we could talk. And let me see if I can find the link to the question form in case you have questions for me. And we can just like debrief and chat and stuff and things. And maybe do some merch giveaways, maybe? That could be fun. Let me put the question link in both chats. Are we gonna game? Maybe. I keep meaning to do like a customized quiplash thing for aliens, and I keep forgetting to do so. I might be slightly more brain dead than I thought. Because like the relief is hitting me so hard, just like the relief that it's out in the world and I don't have to keep a lid on all the spoilers. Oh, such a weight lifted. Thank you everybody for being here. We filled up a movie theater. We had 300 people at the premiere, which was awesome. Yeah, absolutely. I put the question form in chat. If you have questions for the guys, you can put those in there too, and we'll wait until November 1st to answer those. But yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to my cast, my crew. The funniest thing about the upcoming live stream is I needed to put that it was a cast and crew live stream because you guys didn't know that Weeb was going to be cast again. So I was like, wait, quick, put crew so that nobody suspects nothing. I'm sure nobody noticed. Oh, TT, come on. It's been like 5 seconds. Don't ask when part 4 is coming out. Give me a break. I've got a whole chunk of it written. Does that make you feel better? Let me breathe. Let me live, please. Okay. Let me say hi to people. Hi, Mama Bear. Hi, Spike. Hi, Luna. Hi, Strawberry. Hi, Kira. Hi, Ella. Or did I say? I said hi to Luna. Okay. Hi, Sleepy Star. Hi, Cat. Different anime. Hello. Maple Taffy. Hi. Sorry. That's like dark blue on black on my screen. Shadow Wolf. Hello. Sunflower Sky. Hi. Hi, Ava. Is that everybody? Rowan. Yeah, Rowan, maybe get some sleep and listen to this back later. Blue the Shark, hello. I'm glad it was there to keep you company at work. Oh, that's really sweet, Sunflower. Hi, Epic. Hi, Iceflower. Hi, T. Exactly. Yeah, I gotta update the playlist, Ella. Yes, anybody who needs to go get sleep, please get sleep. Ooh, one of my favorite musical cues. This is Cold Conclusion, which plays in the confrontation between Alex and Drumlin, where Alex almost escapes. Escaped. Ha ha ha. Mama Bear has a question. With so many moving parts, what was the hardest part melding things? Honestly, the hardest part about any of it was fighting my own demons and anxiety. It felt like even more pressure than writing part 2. It was like I just had to push through the uncertainty. That was the hardest part. Is this going to sound weird? Is this going to be any good? Is anybody going to like this? Am I doing all of the characters justice? All these things. Hi, Maddie. Thank you. And we have the Bones cam up. This is my dog, Bones. We can request Bones pets at any time. Sleep is for the weak. No, 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 no. Also, no. Thank you, Ella. Yes. So, obviously, like, I cut it off where I did because it was already so long. I was like, I can't physically keep writing. I can't ask these actors to record this much. I got to stop somewhere. So, and then I was like, well, I can always do written content. And it's been really interesting for me to go back to writing prose when I've been writing scripts for so long. Ella asks, what was it like working with so many amazing different people to make this? Also, it was amazing. You did amazing. Thank you. It amazing. I am very, very lucky, and I could not have done this without Weeb and Ed. Weeb is really the one who made parts 2 and 3 happen when he offered to help me, because it just wouldn't have existed if not for him. When he volunteered, because the prospect of editing another one all by myself, I was not something I was interested in doing. So when he said he would help, that freed me up to be like, okay, we can do this. And then I wrote part 2 and I was like, I'm only halfway through what I wanted to get through. So then there was a part 3. So yes, I'm profoundly thankful to my cast, and they are amazing. And sometimes I would be editing things and my jaw would drop from what they would do. Tea Time says, bro, Emerson with the Russian accent had me rolling on the floor. Yes, that is, if you've never watched one of Ed's streams, that is a bit that he does. I'll let him explain it at some point, but I do not give you too much credit. I give you the exact right amount of credit. Weeb is in the chat. And also, I would like to point out that nobody, not one person, nobody recognized Weeb as Dimitri. So how impressive is that? But anyway, yes, the Russian bees is a bit that Ed frequently does on his streams, so he was very excited that I worked it into the script. Because I was like, I need them to pester Drumlin. So, yeah, that's going to happen. Do you have a favorite scene or line from part 3? Yes, I do. It is when, after Jack kind of has his little breakdown, and he says, we came here to protect you, and Jim says, no, we didn't. And he explains, that's not why we came. We came so she wouldn't be alone, and she's not. And the music during that, everything is perfect. It is my absolute favorite part in the whole thing. Yes, Ice Flower. I've started to rewatch to take everything in better now that the adrenaline is wearing down a bit, little bit, making a lot more sense now that I've calmed down a bit. Yes, apparently a lot of people missed Drumlin pulling a gun because there was so much internal screaming going on. Oh, Ed is here to explain. Oh god, I'm really behind in chat. Holy crap, sorry. Thank you, Mama Bear. Sorry, I'm frantically catching back up on chat because I didn't realize how far behind I was. Apologies. Didn't I tell you that, Epic? Hi, Naya Hana. Kane has redeemed a hydrate reminder. That's for me and you, so everybody hydrate. I don't know exactly where I'm going to post the written stuff yet. It could be on YouTube, it could be on Patreon, it could be on my website. I haven't decided yet. Yes, Strawberry knew about We because she had to know plot elements because she's writing Survivors and Saviors. Yes, Ed's explanation, which he sounds much funnier saying than I do. My brother has an apiary. He used to have bees from the American South, but they kept dying in the winter, but they were really nice, like puppies nice. So he got Russian bees, and they hate my brother. So to pester my brother, I occasionally call my brother's answering machine as the bees. Tea time adding Drunken Sailor was peak. I almost cried. I'm so glad that worked. I was like having an aneurysm. That's the biggest creative risk that I took, and I was so nervous. And if you listen to the trailer, those little piano notes, that's what it is. Early in the morning, just really, really slow. Okay, I think I'm exactly Mama Bear. The sea shanty, that was brilliant, kind of a sign of quiet defiance, and I loved that so much. I gave the guys I had to cut it down. I recorded probably like 30 to 45 minutes of explanation to them of why they were singing, why it was important, what it meant, how each verse should be done. And yeah, and then I was like, okay, Kim, they're not going to listen to that. Cut it down. And I sang it first, and then I sent them a pacing track to sing along to. So, yeah. I'm so glad it worked. Let me see if you have any questions coming in here. Oh my goodness, yes we do. Okay. Fonzie had asked about my favorite line, and I just answered that. Do you have a favorite line or scene? Oh, no, I'll say that for one of the guys are here. How many parts are left? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I would love animatics. I've gotten a couple, but then I think the person deleted them for some reason, which makes me sad. I wish I'd saved them. Yeah, go nuts. I'd love it. Please, please, please. And my number one... There's two scenes that I would love to see in fan art. One is Jack comforting Brian after his nightmare. And then the second is very similar. It's after Jack's breakdown when all four of them are there comforting each other. I'm going to answer that now that I see it. Kane asks, what is your inspiration when creating a scene? I write kind of backwards from most people. Most people create characters and then think, oh, what could I do with these characters? I think this is the emotional note I want to hit. What characters do I need and what do I need to have them do to get there? So In part 2, it was important to me that each of the main romantic leads, Jack, Brian, and Jim, had a moment of connection with the listener, and I accomplished that. And in part 3, it was important to me that each of the guys had a moment of connection with each other. Because down with toxic masculinity. Ed, did you show everyone what Emerson looked like before we decided on the undershirt? Lol. No, I don't remember. I don't remember. Kira, are we going to have where the RFA boys reads the letter? Sorry, chat just jumped. Reads the letter for us. I don't know. That's kind of an individual type thing. I think she might show it to, like, Jack especially, since it's from Will. I don't know if she would necessarily show everybody, because it was kind of personal. Like, not, like, her mom didn't read it, Emerson didn't read it, Derek didn't read it. It wasn't for them. It's for her. There's a lot of improv Sleepy Star in part 3. Escaped improv'd quite a bit. Ed improv'd the whole Russian bit and his singing. That's mostly it. I don't know why you're saying I'm the priest in all caps. Yes, poly relationship with Brian, Jim, and Jack. Well, to be fair, sorry. Loved how they started talking about the mothership, and a lot of us in the chat only heard mother. To be fair, that is the only thing the aliens said. It's not until Dimitri says mothership that it gets clarified, which is why I started typing it in all caps in the chat to get everybody to calm down. Michaela, I want to see if there can be a one-shot with Derek giving Will's letter to Miss Carter. Well, I want to know her reaction if she talks to Derek about it afterwards for, like, opinions or comfort. Well, it's not Derek that gives it to her, though. Emerson does. Ed sent it in Discord. Oh. I don't know, Ed. I don't know if they can handle that. He's shirtless. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't remember what I said, but I was like, maybe let's tone it down a little bit. Oh, thank you, Cupid. I love when his art popped up and Ashton was like, whoa, or when he took off the sweatshirt and Ashton was like, whoa, there's the gun show. Oh, it's my favorite song. With my favorite part. Actually, it might not be my favorite song. My favorite song might be the one at the very end where we have all the kissing. What the heck folder am I trying to put this in? Right. There it is. Here, I'll add it to the slideshow, guys, okay? Oh, goodness, something just happened. Thank you for following Tea Time. Weep, I swear to God. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate your support. How would I describe the appearance of the aliens? They are a cross between the aliens from the Aliens movie series with Sigourney Weaver and the aliens from Independence Day. Oh, Kira is asking about the letter. So if you haven't watched the one shot, the letter, I mean, you get to actually hear it. You hear Will reading it. So I'll put a link to that in chat because I think some people missed that. Hi, Emmy. I appreciate you. Thank you for saying hi. Icky. So the crystal where Dimitri and the listener are connected to, I'm really curious about that crystal. Well, you gotta listen to Alien Survivors and Saviors to find out more. Tea Time has redeemed a hydrate that is for me and all of you. Take a drink. Jess. Hi, Kim. Just finished watching the new Rescue from Aliens, and oh my god, you all did amazing. I laughed, I cried, I wanted to swear. And some people, at some people, oh my god, it was amazing. Thank you. Siphon says the aliens sound like nightmare fuel, also a bit like some of the aliens from XCOM. I wouldn't know as I haven't played that, but yes. Yeah, there could be some Predator in there too, Joseph. That's valid. From Strawberry, did how the fans react help determine ships and relationships in part 3? Like, for example, Kimmerson and how hard everyone was shipping them, or did you plan for them to get together? I had already planted the seeds, so I just kept on with it. And by part 2, I knew that I was going to have to narrow the field a bit because writing a full-on isekai with that many love interests is difficult. And it starts to not feel realistic after a while. So I knew I was going to have to narrow it down, even as much as I knew that some people wouldn't like that because they have their favorites. Some of their favorites don't get chosen. They get miffed. But I couldn't make everybody happy. All right, I added that to the slideshow, the image slideshow, the shirtless Emerson. So when it shows up, you can all scream. Okay. Whoops. Oh shoot, the chat froze again, guys. Sorry. Yeah, Kira, there's a whole playlist. Watch the full Aliens playlist. That has all the one shots and survivors and saviors. Zintimus. Hi, thank you. Yes, this is my dog Bones. He is a 12-year-old rescue from Puerto Rico. Bones, really? Stop it. Always on camera, always. I was just scratching my ear, Mom. Some of the fan art is posted on the Rescued from Aliens Twitter. Some of it's on my Discord. I haven't added like a fan art gallery to my website yet. Maybe I could do that. Also, the discussion on Discord is quite lively if you guys want to join. Well, I mean, the aliens are supposed to be scary, Cupid. Yes, Ed says, I also did some improv of how Emerson fails to remember Drumlin's name, but I think Kim stuck with Drumstick. I mean, I left some of the improv in there. Hi, Sheb. Thank you. Cupid asks, also, are there any ships that are your favorite? I mean, I created the polycule because that's what I wanted. And I mean, there was certain satisfaction from kind of running with Kimmerson because, I mean, like, it wasn't like that the chat made that decision for me, but is it satisfying sometimes, like, giving the audience what they want? Absolutely. Jess says, I want to also say thank you for not killing anyone else off. I will admit I went into the new Rescued from Aliens thinking you were going to kill someone else off. You're welcome. Drumstick would be a hilarious emote. Hi, Sophia. I'm good. I'm relieved.
Yesterday, I redid the. I'm such an idiot. Yesterday, I redid the.
Kat had a question about the art, but I mean, Ed drew the people how he wanted to draw them. So, and I think they look really good. So, was there any improv by me? Probably not. I don't improv much. Kat asks, of all the ships that fandom has created, is there one that is your favorite? You don't have to say which one if you don't want to. I actually was really amused during part 2 when Brian was comforting Linus and suddenly there were people shipping it, which I don't discourage that. You know, ship whoever you want to ship except except Carter and Carter. You cannot ship that. That's the one forbidden ship. So I was like pleasantly surprised by that, and it made me kind of happy. But other than that, I don't know that I have a favorite over that. And if you hear a guy's voice in the background, that's my husband next to me playing games with his friends. Thank you, Ed. Ed says, you forget when Kim listens to this, she's not the president, she's the daughter, just like you guys. She straight up said this, I remember. So, of course, she stuck with polyamory is the answer. Right, because that's what I believe. Not in fiction. Real life is a little more complicated. Not that you can't do it, but it's just more complicated. But in fiction, love triangles are boring. Polyamory. Pamela asks, Pamela? What are you doing for Halloween this week? So Missy Bree, who helped me write Midnight Cafe and who is also going to be playing the Queen in Sworn Protector, is coming to visit. She's doing a whole American tour and is going to be coming to stay with me to experience an American Halloween. So we'll be carving pumpkins and like wandering the cute little downtown of where I live and taking my son trick-or-treating. Weeb says, Emerson calling Drumlin everything except his name was the funniest thing for me. And then Ed says, Weeb, I think that's almost a tell. Emerson quickly gives a nickname to everyone in the series except Drumlin. Well, I guess those don't really count as nicknames. Cupid asks, can we get some facts about Dimitri? I love him. Facts. Lore. Things I totally have. I don't have a lot to give you. Remember that whole discussion about how I'm a very utilitarian writer and I create what I need for what I need? He doesn't have lore yet. A lot of the other guys do now. That will be going up on the website. Dimitri doesn't have a lot yet. I'll have to come up with some. And maybe ask Weeb's opinion as well. Crying is fine. Crying is a healthy release. Is there going to be a part 4? Watch to the end of the credits. the story continues in Aliens, Survivors, and Saviors Part 5. There will be a Part 4, but it will be written. And I asked the community, I said, how do you want me to write this? Do you want it in like second person, sort of the way the audios are? Do you want it in first person, third person? And they said they wanted it in first person. So it is from the listener's point of view. And me switching over to writing prose after writing scripts for so long is wild. But I'm having fun. What? What spoilers? What did I do? Weeb. Fact, Dimitri has a queasy stomach. Thank you, Weeb. I love how I did that even though I'm actually emetophobic. Oh my god. Oh, here's something I can tell you though. Since also, if you want to see the Count-tobers that didn't air, join my Discord server. I posted them all there, and I give some background on. Thank you for the follow, George. Thank you for following. I give some background on where all of the names came from. Dimitri, which I obviously couldn't reveal ahead of time, is named for Dimitri from Anastasia. Oh, okay, that's where I thought you were going, Ed. Ed says, no, Kim, I was trying to tell you to claim Dimitri's lack of lore is actually spoilers, so you sound very clever. Nah. Dimitri just didn't have the stomach for it. Yep. How old is Linus? He is the youngest. He's early 20s. So like between 21 and 23. Why was he puking so much though? 'Cause a couple of reasons. Number one, he's as he is portrayed, he's a very nervous guy. And he was trying to handle the stress of alien abduction the best that he could. And the other is comic relief. Like, I'm very conscious of how I'm building tension, and that I want to break that tension periodically. And that seemed like a really good way to do it. Alex does also call him kid. Ed, I was saying, I may actually write this too. I was thinking about maybe writing some missing scenes. The missing scene is that when they all arrive there, like within 5 minutes of meeting Linus and spending time with him, Emerson and Alex adopt him. They're just like, okay, this one's ours now. Thank you, Siphon. His reaction is the appropriate reaction to being abducted, at least in my opinion. I agree. Sophia, why did you traumatize my poor baby Linus? 'Cause it has to have stakes and meaning and stuff and things. And also then, I didn't really do this consciously, but subconsciously, that still gave you someone on Earth that needed, like, comforting and stuff, which you got to see come through Emerson and Alex and the president, and later Derek as well. So, like, you still had that going on. And because Drumlin's an asshole. Also, thank you guys for letting me do this and having a good chat here. I was worried that I would do this and everybody would just be like, where are the guys? But I'm like, no, listen, every time I do these live streams afterwards, I only get to a couple of questions. And then I have to cut it off so I can, like, play games and stuff with the guys. I'm like, let's just talk for as long as we want to talk. And then on November 1st, I'm not there. I don't have the guest list confirmed, but cast members will be there. Cat, like a chihuahua, Dimitri can't be under too much stress. Oh. Maddie, the way Emerson say, why did Dimitri call her cutie in Russian was so funny I was dying of laughter. Angst. Yes, Ed. Epic asks, will you combine all three audios and create a Percy Jackson supercut? Most likely. I'm just debating which one-shots should be rolled into that as well. But yeah, I do plan to do that. Right, and in case there's some confusion as to like what happened to Linus and like what did Drumlin do to him, now I don't want to minimize how intense these things are, but all he did was that it was solitary confinement and lack of food and water plus threats. So that's what Drumlin did. Linus didn't handle it well. He was already like, oh my god, aliens! Oh my god, hospital exploding! Oh my god, what? So it's not that far of a reach for me that, you know, he would break under that. And I just love that Alex doesn't, though, because he's just the sass master. Good night, Star. Who needed a hero background, Tea Kettle? Right, Ed. And it works best with Linus. You saw how it was quote unquote working with Alex. Michaela, to be honest, Derek is my favorite. I love him, but the beret he has to have as his cover, not it. Okay. Also with I had a feeling because Samurai did a brilliant job as Derek, but he had already been kind of like hinting that he was going to leave the community. So when I wrote part 3, I made Derek's part really small on purpose. Not because I don't love him, not because you guys don't love him. He's literally one of the most popular characters, but I had a feeling that I wasn't going to have the actor, so I made his part really small on purpose. And that's also kind of why Dimitri kind of ended up with some of the more comic relief bits. Because been there, that probably would have been him. Sophia, someone had to be the asshole. Yes. Hi, Mari. Julie, Linus's mental health was the true sacrifice all along. Bloody Rose, do you have a favorite character? Yes, Jim. I am sure when we do the cast live stream, Ed will be more than happy to go full Russian for you. He and Weeb can have a whole conversation. Mossy, I'm watching your video right now. I'm almost done with it, but I just finished the sea shanty scene, and it was so cute. I love this part. Thank you, Mossy. Light psychological torture, basically, yes. After all the other crap he's already been through, it was too much. And Alex is just built different. Mama Bear, I'm really happy that Alex stood up to Drumstick, deserved, and I'm so happy that Drumstick got his bum handed to him on a silver platter. Yes. Way too early and I'm sad about it. Sorry. I was trying to up the stakes in part 2 and I almost killed Derek and I decided it would be too devastating, so I killed Will. As much as we love Will. Is anyone else seeing just a black screen? It shouldn't be. Try refreshing, maybe? Uh-oh. Am I back? I didn't do anything on my end. Am I back? Are we back? Okay. Okay.
It is amazing to me how terrible my timing is in this game sometimes. Like, I'm gonna run around this
Sorry,
corner
there's something. It
and
doesn't show me
immediately
anything
have
on my
someone
end, so
start
I don't know what's
shooting
happening with
at
that.
the corner.
Excuse me, sorry. Oh, I do see dropped frame rates detected 25% over the last 2 minutes.
Ran around the corner into like a hail of bullets.
Yeah, I can't. She can't hear me. It's not the first time that's happened. It's really frustrating. Okay, are you guys hearing me at the moment? I don't know what it was about. Can you guys hear me?
That is an extremely boobsy Dragon Priestess.
Welcome back. Okay. I don't know why Twitch keeps doing that. I don't seem to have that problem when I stream with Seaside, I don't feel like. Did I? Did I have that problem when I forgot about it? Okay. Mossy, go back and listen and speed listen. This is not a spoiler-free chat. Okay, good. Sorry. I feel like I was about to answer someone's question and then I stopped because you couldn't hear me. I feel like there was a question about Derek, maybe? Oh, no, someone asked, will you ever do a collab this big again? Maybe. It
What's that?
is heavily reliant on having a very reliable cast. So, maybe. Sworn Protector is going to be not quite this big, but fairly big. I should be crossing these off as I answer some of these. Kat asks, how is your work progress? Do you have a routine or just comes out as passing the day? No, I don't really feel like I have a set process. Ed, do you see that? Julie says, okay, but when Derek first came on screen, I almost went, David Beckham? Out loud, lol. Very cool art overall, amazing job. I love the way Derek looks. I think he looks great, but I see what you're saying, and that's really funny. Thank you, Sunflower. Kat asks, on a scale from 1 to 100, how hard was organizing everyone to record their lines? 1 being easy and 100 being super hard. Once we got the Derek situation sorted out, I'd say it wasn't that hard, so maybe 25. Maybe a little bit more than that. Let's put it at 35. Did the shirtless Emerson go by? I did add him. I need a drink. Siphon Storm just redeemed posture check. Check your posture. Don't be a shrimp. Sophia says, also, if Ed sees this, the art is amazing. Yes, I love Derek. I almost screamed, marry me. Hydrate or dihydrate. I'm going to put my Discord link in the chat as well if you'd like to join my Discord. We're quite actively talking about it there. There's a whole section, and yeah, the members there have gotten to receive some spontaneous, like, little extra behind the scenes things. Bye, Cupid. Thank you so much. Good night. Hi, Melinda. You're up late. Well, okay, no, it's not that late. It just feels late. Ed is amazing. That is the wrong window. Tea Time asks, Kim, I have a question. How did you come up with the idea to do this project? That would be the person who just came into chat, Melinda. So I was pretty inspired by Cardlin's series In Good Hands. That's my, like, favorite ASMR audio series ever, pretty much. And I had been thinking of writing myself something very self-indulgent for my birthday. And Melinda encouraged me to do exactly that, which is why she is thanked specifically in the credits. So another person this would not exist without is Melinda, so she's in the YouTube chat right now. You can thank her. She encouraged me to write it, so I did.
Nice.
And I instead of one guy rescuing you, how about 8? And instead of being the general's daughter, how about you're the president's daughter? All right, guys, I will be right back. All right, I'm back. And we have our Derek in the YouTube chat as well. Asheron Audio. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. Go give him a follow. And Melinda also got to see the whole thing before anybody else as well, because, you know, she deserves that for being the one who encouraged me to make it, right? Oh. Is the audio not working again? Bones, really? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Can you guys on YouTube hear me? Okay, good. I don't know what it is with Twitch. That's really frustrating. Thank you, thank you. Which is frustrating because, like, if I want to do merch drops, like, that only works on Twitch. Feel free to switch over to the tubes of you. Akron. Okay, sorry. Hi, Bones. For those of you that may just be coming in and not know, this is my rescue dog, Bones. He is 12. Oh, Luna asks, what do you mean by merch drops? So I'm making some new Rescued from Aliens merch. And on Twitch, you can do merch giveaways. Like, I can, other people in chat can. It's really cool. I was thinking about starting some of that tonight, but I think I've given myself too much on my plate at the moment and need to think carefully about what I want made. But Jack, Brian, and Jim all have messenger bags now. Let me, why don't I show that on stream? Why don't we do that?
I just played like not a complete idiot, and it was a nice change of pace.
Sorry guys, I am crashing a little bit, so I'm trying to get my brain to work here. Okay, that looks good. Yes, that's the correct window. Please show that, please. Thank you. So, new merch. Also, if you have requests for merch, but like, here, we'll start with Jack's. Yay, the sound is back. Sorry. Okay. So you have the old art on the front and then the new art on the back. I think they look really cool. So you got one for Jack, one for Brian, and yes, you can see now that several of the guys do have tattoos. We had, like, Jack has a bear tattoo because that's Cardlin's thing. He's the bear. Siren has a mermaid tattoo, obviously. We asked Ashton what he wanted for Jim's, and he said kind of do something sort of steampunk-ish. So his is like a gear with wings.
That's too bad. I'm unfortunate.
And Emerson has a tattoo too, but I wasn't looking closely at what it is. And if you haven't seen any of my merch before, we also have the name t-shirt. We have the nickname sticker, and we also have that on a shirt as if you were wearing it. I have one of these shirts. I was wearing, not the nickname shirt, the other one, Call My Name. I was wearing it yesterday. We have a Madunk sticker. We have character stickers, water bottle. We have a KC Audio mug and a KC Audio shirt, and we have an RFA mug. So if there's other things you guys would like, let me know. I might do some more of the messenger bags, but um some of the guys I wasn't sure about putting the new art on the back, not because it isn't good, but because they're like roughed up. So I didn't know how you guys would feel walking around with that. You see what I'm saying? Oh, you never saw the polo shirt, Epic? Yeah, it's there. Nobody's ever bought one, but I don't know. I thought the design was cute. You need the gym messenger bag. See, if I wasn't having issues with Twitch, like I said, on Twitch you can do merch giveaways. But let me put my link, my shop link out. But I'm a little nervous to do it tonight if it's being flaky. Sophia, are you on my Discord server? Or if not, tag me on Twitter. I'd love to see it. I love art. I cannot draw. I can only draw stick figures, as Ed well knows. Yes, you did see a Madonk sticker. It's right here. There you go. I thought about trying to do a fucking Muppet sticker, but I can't because the word Muppet is trademarked. So, yeah, I can't. Dahlia? Hi. Thanks for being here.
Like, all right. One of the things I like.
Jem's right here.
Zach.
So yeah, that's what I have so far. I'll probably make another like mug or something, or maybe like a notebook. I don't know, with like everybody. But like I said, I really like these character messenger bags, and I like the new art and the old art. But like I said, like Linus in particular, I was like, do you want to be wearing that? Okay, I will have to take a look at that, Sophia. Thanks. Ah. Trademarks last for a long time, Epic. Have to do something with Derek and the word bagpipes. All right, hold on. Where's my notes? I need to make some notes. But would you guys like more stickers or other things? Fourth Wall has a lot of different things that we can make. But speaking of trademark, I knew that Drunken Sailor is absolutely public domain, so I knew that was safe to use. Nice. Yes, definitely treat yourself. Actually, it was funny. So I was wearing that Call My Name shirt with the list of names on it, and on my road trip with my son, and I went into a gas station, and the attendant looked at my shirt, and she was like, "Are those your kids?" I'm like, "No." But then thinking about it also, yes. Tea time is redeemed to hydrate. Everybody take a drink. Hang on, I gotta check something on my other screen. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna stream, it's gonna be awesome, and like now that the relief is sinking in, like I'm starting to get a little bit tired. I wasn't expecting that. Yes, in a way they are, yes, my kids, quotation marks. Also, I had shown I've shared like little tiny parts of like things that he would find funny with my son, like dingbat, because that's a word that we use a lot. So I knew my son would find that funny, so I shared that part with him. And I showed him the credits, and he was like, "Mom, can you add me to the credits?" I'm like, "Of course I can." Can we get stickers of the new and old art? I will make a note. Sure. There are limits to how much I can put on like one sticker, but yeah, I have an idea. Yeah. I mean, that's a decision you have to make, Luna. Oh, hi, Bird. What's up, party aliens? I've been saying the other people in my server that aren't into aliens are the aliens' allies because they're all being amazingly good sports about putting up with all of the fangirliness. It's awesome. Also, how great was that song we composed for the credits? Tea Time says you should have a contest with some artists and have them draw the aliens, and whoever has the best one will have their art become a sticker. I would love to do that. However, there are certain legal things I have to take into account. The person would have to agree to allow me to make merchandise of it, and there would have to be like a contract and everything. It's a whole thing. Unless somebody just wanted to like sign away the rights, I guess. But yeah. Bird, I swear to God. I kill you. Don't make me deal with puns. If anybody's heard it, my instructions to Wii were basically like something that sounds like the soundtrack to Air Force One. The movie, not the actual plane. The movie with Harrison Ford. Madunk. Welcome back, Mackenzie. Did I actually put my merch shop in both chats? I feel like I was going to do that and I got distracted, or did I do it? I'll do it again, just in case anybody missed it. I'm not spamming you, I swear. I think maybe I did. Whatever. That is not why I keep you around. Oh, right. I was in the middle of doing something else. Right. Okay. We can probably do this. All right. Yes. Lol, no, you keep me around for the brain twin fun. Yes. Bird and I are brain twins. It's a thing. Okay. Is Twitch behaving itself still? Twitch, yes. Wait, no, that was earlier. Yes. Okay. All right.
And I did 5k damage to
For funsies, we want to give away some merch. Let me see if this is working first of all. Hold on. Let me hide the window for a second. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. So I'm giving everybody fair warning. This only works on Twitch. If you would like a chance to win some merch, because I'm going to give some merch away, and I'm going to invite chat if you want to give away merch. You can go to the merch store link that I posted. You can click on a piece of merch, and then since I'm live, it says gift to Twitch chat, and you'll probably have to put in your information or whatever. And then what you're going to do in Twitch, if you want the merch item, is you type in ! enter. Again, this will only work on Twitch. So if you're on YouTube and you're interested in merch, please hop over to twitch.tv/Kim Carter. Do that now. I'm going to wait a minute till everybody who is interested moves.
I thought you were going to make a comment about the word cock being in there, but
Oh, I'm sorry, Bird. That is zero fun. Broken dishwasher. I see you, Sophia.
Whatever floats your boat.
Mackenzie, words can't explain how much I love Dimitri now. He was so cuteness, even though I hated him at the start when he strangled Jack. Yes. It was a rough introduction. He and Jack need a little time to get used to each other after that.
Glad to get things to make you happy.
Yeah, Jack and Dimitri side eye, exactly. One of my favorite little silly moments is the bedroom arrangements, obviously, because I made jokes about it. But yeah, him claiming the top bunk and then, I'm not sharing with him. He tried to strangle me, not it. And then Brian, who's just like 5,000,000% done. Fine. Well, I mean, he throws up 3 times and only made it to the toilet twice. I'm really glad you guys like him. And his character design is after the rebooted Star Trek, like the 2009 Star Trek with Chris Pine. And he was played by Anton Yelchin. He plays the Russian character Chekhov. And so that's the character design for Dimitri, is totally Chekhov as played by Anton Yelchin, who very tragically died. Rest in peace. Bones pets, absolutely. So yeah, it was also a little bit like there was no question who was going to play Dimitri. It was a little bit of my way of making it up to Weeb for killing him.
Wow. That was interesting.
No, I love that cat. All right. I'm going to gift something to the chat. Hi, Sophia. So, again, this will only work in the Twitch chat. I'm going to start with the Jack Messenger bag. Okay? You guys all saw that earlier. Yeah, aren't I like logged in? Why are you having me put my email address in again? Which account do I use for this? I don't know. Hold on. Ah! Hi, Haley. Thanks for the follow. Don't mind me. I'm just being a spaz. Brains. Here we go. Okay. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. I'm gonna give away one of each of the messenger bags. How's that? So that's Jim, Brian, and Jack. Come on, brain. We're so close. All right, I got it. Yeah, I'm just getting a little... I'm getting a little punchy. And I'm going to give away merch. So this is for the Jack Messenger bag. You need to be in the Twitch chat if you're interested, if you want it. All right, there it goes. In the Twitch chat, if you want to enter for the Jack Messenger bag, type ! enter. You have 90 seconds. Good luck. Oh my goodness. More things. Thank you. Thank you for the follow, Mom 1996566 something something something. Are you laughing at me? No. Okay. They haven't squeaked about shirtless Emerson. I did add him to the slideshow. There you go. Enter now for the Jack Messenger bag giveaway. For free. Julie says, to be honest, for like 2/3 of the runtime, I was very suspicious of Dimitri and didn't trust him at all. Legit thought he was working with the aliens. Egg on my face. How could I ever doubt him? No, that's valid. I get it. Good luck, everybody. And if anybody else is feeling generous and wants to gift merch, that's very appreciated. Not required, of course. Excuse me, sorry. Little Skylar, congratulations! You've won the Jack Messenger bag. You should get an email from Fourth Wall. You will have to give them your shipping information. I do not see anything. Nobody else sees anything. Only Fourth Wall will see that. Ed, I mean, he did just attack the guys like a feral weasel at first, so it's not unfounded. Can I have fan art of Dimitri as a weasel, please? Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna do Brian next. Congratulations, Skylar. That's his D&D character. What? Ed, Jim just spraying him with a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. All right. Next one is going to be for the Brian Messenger bag. Get ready to enter. Once I put in all the things I'm supposed to put in.
Wow. Someone's speed hacking. That was a first for me.
Bird says, internet meme artists to your art paths. Welcome back, Mossy. I'm just doing some merch giveaways. After I do the one of each of the bags, I'll do some stickers. How's that? Mackenzie, I love protective dad mode when Dimitri called the listener cutie. I forgot how to spell it in Russian. That's okay. Slideshow can't handle it, I think. I added it, I swear. Maybe I can show it afterwards. Hold on. Let's do this first. All right, here we go. Remember, only in Twitch chat. Hit ! enter for the Brian Messenger bag. You got 90 seconds. Yes. I wasn't going to leave you guys hanging completely on that. And since Emerson had done the Russian accent, I'm like, oh, it would just be great if he just knew what it meant. Good luck. Enter now for the Brian Messenger bag. I think we only have one entry so far. Which is fine. Obviously, don't be getting something that you aren't interested in. There we go. Where'd my music go? Is it just really soft? It's really soft. Okay. And yes, I will add the rest of the songs to the Spotify playlist, so you guys have that. The only one I don't have is one of my favorite ones, the one where Alex and Dimitri fight. Cold Conclusion. For some reason, that is just not on Spotify. I don't know why. Ed says, or is it tension? Maybe Emerson knows Russian. Sting notes. Julep XP? Congratulations, Haley Duck. You have won the Brian Messenger bag. Congratulations with Ed's amazing art. Sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Juluxby? Jewel. Heavily enjoyed this part in the series. Just wanted to say thank you so much for making such an incredible series. Everyone did an incredible job. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, and you're welcome. All right. Luna, are you listening? Are you ready? Wait, no, don't do it again. Oh, God.
Just a reminder, take your medicine, okay?
Okay, hold on. We're going to do the gym messenger bag. So if you're wanting that, make sure you're in the Twitch chat. Get ready to enter. Okay, hold on. Let me start this and then I will answer those questions that I just saw. Gym messenger bag giveaway starting right now. You have 90 seconds in the Twitch chat. Type exclamation point, enter. Good luck. Let me answer these questions. Epic asks, will there be line requests allowed on the cast stream? I need something said with the Russian B accent. I don't know yet. It depends who's there and how comfortable they are with that. Sophia says, Ed, you did an amazing job on Derek's art. Melancholy... Oh, wait, no. I read that, didn't it? No, I didn't. Melancholy Witch says, paused my rewatch to say I love this series since I stumbled upon it like a year or so ago. It's so freaking good. You and the VAs are amazing. Thank you. I loved how Mackenzie says, I loved how we just met Dimitri and he was already worried for us, but also we were like him, so we got a twin. Yes. And that was also very deliberate because I wanted, I'm like, this will be so much easier rather than having the guys always repeating back what the listener is saying. I'm like, Dimitri can be the go-between between the aliens and the guys. Now, the aliens understand us. They just can't speak our language. I love that, Ed. Yes, and you on Ed's channel on Twitch, I am the extrovert Ed. You can, he's got a Russian bee redeem. Strawberry, congratulations on winning the gym messenger bag. It is yours. Let me know how these are, guys, if there's any problems with them or anything. Well, okay. Probably contact Forthwell, but I hope they're really nice because I literally only just made them. Let's do, I'm going to do the whole character sticker sheet and then maybe the nickname sticker, and then that'll be good. And this is a giveaway. This is free. I am paying for this, not you guys. Let me show the window real quick so you guys can get a look at it. Window capture. So I'm going to do this sticker sheet, which has all of Ed's art from from Rescued from Aliens 2. So this will be the next giveaway. Thank you, Melancholy Witch. Also, if you're not sure where to put fan art and you're not in my Discord or anything, you can email me, kimcarter_audio@outlook.com. Do you want to do it, Epic? I don't have all of the monies. No pressure, though. I didn't mean that to come out that way. You're welcome. All right. This is for the character sticker sheet giveaway starting now. On Twitch chat, type exclamation point, enter to win now. Thank you, Sophia. I appreciate that. Thank you for the follow, Halo. Aw. Ed says, and you all have no idea how happy I am that my art is on stuff that you guys want. I started in this community as an artist, and now that things are the way they are with my left hand, it makes me feel a bit more like my old self to see my art on merch. Sure, let me put my email in both chats. How's that? Yes, you did give Dimitri a hug. Good luck. You're welcome, Haley. Oh, my husband is firing up the VR headset. He's going to play Synth Riders. And for those of you that don't know this lore, it's very funny. He has a secret rival. Because you know how you can see on things like that, you can see... Oh, who won? Luna! Congratulations! You have won the sticker sheet. Yay! That is a great game, isn't it? So, you know how when you're playing games like that and it'll show you like the scoreboard for, you know, everybody in the world or whatever. He has a rival. And she has the best name ever. And they go back and forth on who's on top on what song. So right now he is questing against Disco Janet. So, yes. He continues in his quest against Disco Janet. Alright, I was gonna do one more. Right, let's do the audio with Disco Janet when, please. You're welcome, Luna. Alright, I'm gonna do the nickname sticker. I'll show that on screen real quick. And that'll be it from me, but if you are feeling generous and want to give something away to chat, you can go to my Fourth Wall shop, pick an item, and then you just click gift to chat. What if Kim's secretly Disco Janet? No, he's much better at that game than I am. He plays it a lot more. So this is the nickname sticker with all the nicknames that the guys call you, obviously without Milashka added there, or Sugar or Baby. Those haven't been added yet. Or Kiddo, technically, but these ones are kind of like a romantic theme, so... Anyway, that's what we'll do next. All right. Julie, oh no, anyone but Disco Janet. Kat says, talking about rivals, the joke, top or bottom, was it your idea? Absolutely. That was totally my idea. I gotta select a size. Hold on. I'm gonna do the smaller one because I'm giving a lot of stuff away. I'm excited for you. My husband has really excellent reflexes, so he's really good at a lot of games and sports and stuff. So, but I just love it when he started telling me about his battle with Disco Janet. Oh, I love it. Okay, here we go. Nickname stickers coming up. All right, here it comes. Thank you, Sophia. All right, giveaway for the nickname sticker in Twitch chat. ! Enter if you want the nickname sticker. This is actually sold a couple. I was sold a couple of these and a couple of the Call My Name shirt. Yeah, why not? There's not a ton of you entering, so yeah, go ahead. I'm not going to police that. Good luck, everybody. You're welcome. Bones is snoring, by the way. Once that's done, then I'll pull up the shirtless Emerson shirt. Shirtless Emerson shirt. Yep, I'm tired. Who will it be? Who will it be? Sounds good, Sophia. Strawberry, congratulations. You got the nickname sticker as well. Yeah, pretty much everybody there was entering for a second one, so that's fine. But yeah, I'll make some more merch. Hopefully that'll be... We'll see if I can get that done before the next live stream. Right, okay. Shirtless Emerson. How am I showing this? Where did I put it? Okay, I got it. Alright, are you ready? Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to turn off the slideshow. There we go. Sorry, I fixed it. What is the tattoo? Nicknames on pins. Ooh, good idea, good idea. I can see what my options are. I will make a note. It's a firefighter logo with "Let me get one more," written on it. Is that a typical firefighter thing, or is that an Emerson specific thing? Welcome back, Kira. Yes, Ed drew all of these. You can see why I was like, that might be a little distracting. Ed says it's a quote from Hacksaw Ridge where Emerson got his last name. Let me get one more is a prayer for rescuers. Oh, that's nice. I was saying one of the, like I talked a lot about the origin of the names in all of the Counttober videos that I didn't release. But Derek's last name I forgot to mention is Wells. That's because I was binging a lot of The Flash at the time. So, yeah, he's named after Wells from The Flash. Hi, Lulu. How you doing? Now everyone's probably like, Kim, why did you deny us? Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I haven't watched all of it. I was sort of like switching back and forth between that and Supergirl. And then I like watching the crossover episodes, so then I gotta go check those out in all the different series. Ed, we still have the art. We're not denying anything. Okay, fair. I definitely should put this on the website somewhere. Right, let me promote my website in case you guys have never been to it. KimCarterAudio.com has character profiles, which now that Part 3 has premiered, I will be filling in all the blanks. So now you can see why I had blanked out Jack's siblings, because I didn't want to give that away. And now Alex has a last name, Brian has a rank. I can put in everybody's backstories. Also, I gather a lot of the questions I get asked on Telenym, and I put them on their Rescued from Aliens blog. Aw, yay, Luna. Cat. I mean, you could have it in a shirt or a body pillow. I'm just saying. Ed, else did we specifically give tattoos to? Or was it just Emerson and the other 3 guys? I'm getting a little punchy, so I need help people to help remind me of things. Holy cow, this is a lot of viewers for me. Hi. So you guys tell me, what was your favorite part of Part 3? Or if you're just like, I can't, I'm still processing, that's a valid answer. But if you have a favorite part standing out to you right now, what was your favorite part? I'm not judging, Kat, not at all. Jim cuddling us says Luna, shocking absolutely nobody. On my server, Luna's little handle is Jim's French fangirl. Strawberry says the singing, which that makes my heart so happy. I did, yeah. Of the people that I think are inked up, I mean, military guys often have tattoos, and I'm sure that Alex does. But maybe Linus just hasn't gotten around to it yet. Oh, was that the GIF you sent me where you called me out? Hold on, so many answers now. Okay. Another person, Kira, says the part where they were singing, "Hi, ASMR with Snow, how are you?"
Just a reminder, take your medicine.
Sophia says, Jack calling us baby. How could I have Cardlin and not have him say baby? How, I ask you, how? I couldn't. Oops, that's the wrong one. Another vote for Jack calling us baby. Yes, the gift. Yeah. Yep, you 100% called it. Though, V was saying when the listener starts, hello, I told you to turn the slideshow back on. There we go. When the listener really starts glowing and like burning, she was like, "Oh my God, we're Phoenix!" Like from Marvel. I was like, "You're not far off." my chat is stuck again. Hold on. Haley says, I just love Cardlin as Jack. Yes. ASMR with Snow. My favorite part was the cuddles, honestly, but I also like Jack calling us baby. Oh my goodness. Author, I am so tired to say this right. Hara? I just watch everything and my heart is so happy. I am so glad you're happy. Surprised when Jack called us baby. Julie says, I think Emerson going Russian because I laughed so hard I nearly woke my brother up. Kira says, I felt so safe when they started singing. Sophia, this is an excellent question. Kim, for the written part, will we get an actual audio version of it? No. Maybe some of the guys might feel like recording little snippets for me if I ask, but I cannot hold on to this cast. And I haven't, right? I had to recast because I couldn't hold on to them for 4 years. I cannot hold on to them forever. People move on, people leave the community, or they get too busy. Life happens. I cannot keep promising you this cast. I cannot, even though some of them are so gung-ho for it and would stick around forever, some of them will not. So no, I'm not going to commit to making any more audios with the main cast. You will get written stuff and you will like it. ASMR with Snow. I was shocked with the Russian part. Did he study it or is he part Russian? Do you mean Weeb or Ed? Weebs is Polish and something else, I think. So not quite, but the accent wasn't unfamiliar to him. And he chose the nickname when I asked him to come up with one. I don't know, Epic. I don't know that I can make that happen. Tea Kettle, we read it ourselves. Hara, okay, good. Yeah, life happens, yep. Ed says, as long as Kim wants me to play Emerson, I will play Emerson, just saying. That does not mean she will need me. The door is just always open. Yeah. I'm sorry, Sophia. And the other thing is, these guys don't get paid, right? If I was paying them, it'd be different, but I can't. I don't make enough money. Hara, this makes me so happy. And I'm so happy for Brian and Jack to talk out their problems together and forgive each other. Yes! Yes. There's always been like a little bit of tension between those two ever since like part 2 when Jack wanted to go to Derek and Brian wouldn't let him. Like there's been this little bit of tension between them. And now that's starting to release. So excellent picking up on that. Thank you. Little Skylar says, all of it I'm still processing. That's fine. But I think the top moment is the polyamorous moment. That was all I could think of in part 2. I was like, the listener is definitely polyamy. Yep. It was for both. Ed, are you Russian? I don't think he is. Oh. Hara says, like, not a very intense one, but it is a small fight between the two, like a misunderstanding. Yeah. Free labor. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, obviously, do the guys get things out of this? Like, do they get subscribers and bumps in their numbers? Hopefully, yes. But I do not make enough money to where I can pay them. The channel makes enough to keep itself running, and that's about it. Now I'm hoping to use this to springboard into growing, and I'd love to have an assistant. That'd be awesome. But yeah, when you're not paying people, I can't keep demanding that they keep showing up, right? It's not fair. Kat says, I also love the strong communication they all got. Practically the only ones that suffered from do you mean the angst? Were Linus, Dimitri, and a bit Jack. I don't know that I got the second half of that. Communication is like my love language. clear communication to me is everything. And I don't love when miscommunication drives plots. If your plot can be solved by two people having a 3-word or a 3-sentence conversation, then I don't like your plot. Like, communicate, communicate, communicate. So that's actually super important to me, and I appreciate you picking up on that. Ed says, no, I'm a lot of things, really still figuring that out. I kind of broke 23andMe, but I'm mostly Nepalese. Okay, I can kind of see that. I am not a TKL says, when we had the sleepover on the alien ship. Yeah. And that continues into part 4 because you can't leave yet. Oh, well, hello from the Philippines. I know somebody asked me when the aliens say that they're going to destroy these islands. I left that deliberately vague. That could be the Philippines. It could be Hawaii. It could be the Caribbean islands. Anything. I didn't want to pick one and make anyone feel picked on, but I know we have plenty of island nations to choose from. Hi, Ice Flower. Thank you, Siphon Storm. Oh, thank you, Luna. Cat. Kim literally wrote all the characters thinking, talk to each other. I command you to. Yes, exactly. That is exactly what I did. Yes, I hate miscommunication as a plot device. Hate it. So yes, maybe sometimes my characters communicate too clearly? Maybe. I don't care. That's the way I want to write them. No, it's not Australia. Ed says, I like to think it's Australia. It's an island, and if anything is going to kill the aliens, it's probably there. I get that. But somebody did ask me, they're like, is it Australia? I'm like, no, that isn't what I was thinking. I was thinking it's islands. It's plural. I mean, it could theoretically be the UK, I guess, but like I was thinking smaller islands, I guess. I'm like, please don't be sad. There won't be more RFA. I just gave you a movie.
Just a reminder. Take your medicine.
The worst example of miscommunication being a plot device, of course, being the Last Jedi. Like, come on. You're just randomly not gonna talk to Poe for reasons. Get out of here. Yeah, but I was thinking like a series of islands. Anyway, whatever. Target whatever islands you want. The island bird says aliens are coming for Bermuda. Are you getting a part 4? It will be written, not audio. Written. I haven't decided where I'm going to release it yet. If I will do that on my channel, on Patreon, or on my website. KimCarterAudio.com. Epic. But you were supposed to do 6 seasons and then the movie. Too bad. Thank you again, Luna. I appreciate that. Ava says, when you said islands, I was thinking Hawaii. Yeah, like I said, pick whatever islands you want. And of course, if you haven't been watching the side series, Aliens, Survivors, and Saviors, it is going to wrap into the main plot. So if you haven't watched it, start watching it. Because part 5 is going to start to bring everything together, and part 6 will tie it up in a nice bow. Mostly. Siphon Storm says, for me, miscommunication is lazy. Also, I don't like it because of past experiences. I agree on both counts. I think it's lazy. Like, there's so many other things you could do. Yay! I hope you love it. Yep, part 5 should be going out to the actors soon. So yeah, Strawberry knew a little bit more about the plot because I had to in order to, so she knew what she was talking about when she was writing it. Thank you, Skylar. Yeah, I decided to be nice this time, and no, I didn't kill anybody. I definitely didn't want to kill any of the guys on the ship, and then I didn't feel like it would happen on the ground unless maybe it was Derek. You need what for part 5? Oh, yeah, yes. You needed the background information. Okay, also, funny story about working with Strawberry on this. So I had to tell her about Dimitri, and I had to give her the first broadcast, actually, both the broadcasts that go out. So she got little scripts, snippets of the script. And just from those bits, she was like, I love him. I love Dimitri. Girl, you haven't even heard him yet. I thought it was so cute. Oh. Bird, so pass on Much Ado About Nothing. What? What? Yes. Oh, yes, because that could have totally been solved if they talked to each other. Okay, listen. Shakespeare gets a little bit of a pass, okay? And cried about Linus. I mean, I was pretty mean to Linus. I did show mercy. Well, he's already dropped one so far in what I've written. He dropped the one for Jack. That's why I had to have you give me the list. Oh, sorry, Kira. Also, if anybody is mad at me about the letter, that was Weeb. That was his idea. And he wrote the letter. Like, I wrote the first part with the president and Emerson, and Weeb wrote the letter. And I didn't change a thing, basically. I don't think I changed, like, one word of it. And he was telling me about what he was going to write, and he's like, oh, and I'm going to put in the end that he gives it to Derek because he can trust him with anything. And I went, ... How dare you hurt me with my own characters? Yes, and the phone call was all Ed. I mean, it was very emotional. I pulled very few punches because I did not want to. That's not what I'm about. So you can all blame Weeb for the letter, because that was his fault. The interview and the camera, those were my fault, though. And yes, if anybody is looking for clarification, Jim has 2 dads. The vice president, Vera Reyes, is married to a woman named Claudia. And yeah, so we have some representation going on. Also, I loved Ed, I don't know if you saw, did you see the chat's reaction to Vera? They were like, oh my god, she's hot. Because I was watching 2 chats. I had a chat on my Discord server and the YouTube chat. I know you don't always feel at ease drawing women. You killed it with Vera. Like, they were like, she is hot. Exactly, Ice Flower. She looks absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, Vera is named after, like, my second mom. Yeah. I don't have any moms left. I lost my mom, my second mom, my godmother, and my mother-in-law. Kyrie asks, part 4, written. It's going to be written, not audio. So stay tuned to my channel to see when that is coming up. I'm glad, Luna. And I've stated outright that all the guys' orientations as well. I'll just go through them real quick because that's a really common question that I get. But again, you can see this on my website, kimcarteraudio.com. Jack is bi, Derek is bi, Will is ace, Alex is pan, Emerson is demi, Brian is bi, Jim is pan, Linus is straight. I haven't given the president one or Dimitri yet. I'll have to think about it. I have not yet looked at it, Sophia. I will probably do so after the stream. Thank you. You know what? It's right here. I can look. Hold on. Oh, what did you make that in? Is that, like, forgive my ignorance. Is that Roblox or something? I apologize if I'm saying that and that's wrong. I don't play the game, so I don't know. But it looks really cute. I love the hair. Ed says, I'm not sure which you're referring to. Neither did I. Mind you, the phone call was proof of concept before I got sick. The idea being that Kim was still considering offing a character, and I was like, if it's me, I'm going to make you little shits feel it, lol. See, they're all much more evil than I am. I'm just saying. Okay. It's very cute. Thank you for sharing that with me. Luna, Ed and Weeb are so mean. Yeah, writing part 2 was a lot because I was grieving at that time. Like, I was still grieving my mom. And then Ed got sick, and, like, I didn't know what to do. And that's why Emerson comes in late. Because I was like, I have to keep writing, or, like, this will never get done. And if the worst happens, I know that's not what Ed would have wanted. Okay, thank you. Oh, this piece of music is really soft. Yes, Ed. Lol, I was stuck in that hospital bed trying to make my hands work to just ask Kim not to replace me. I would never have replaced you. I might have written him off, but I wasn't going to ask somebody else to be Emerson. No. Also, if I have any Spanish speakers, or you have a friend that's also a fan that speaks Spanish, I would love to get Spanish subtitles for Aliens for everything. Luna has generously donated to translate it into French, and it's already in Japanese, thanks to Nijiyama. So, yeah, let's get it in other languages. Why not? Because I know people learn English from my work, which is awesome. I'm very flattered by that. And if you are a non-English speaker and something doesn't make sense to you, please ask. I am more than happy to try and explain and, get a translation going between us. Because some things don't translate really well. Like when Nijiyama was working on it and they all call the president ma'am, they don't do that in Japanese. That's not a thing. And I was like, what was the example I gave? I was like, so if you're in like a store or something and you need to get like the shopkeeper's attention, you don't say like sir or ma'am. Like, what do you say? She's like, we say shopkeeper. I was like, oh, okay. Ed says, I would really love to pick Nijiyama's brain to hear if there are more fans outside of the US. My Discord server right now, dude, is extremely international. We have Germany, we have French Canadian, I want to say Denmark, and I feel like that's not right. I totally want to yell to my husband ask him how the battle with Disco Janet goes. So I think if I start playing games, I'm going to get like more wired, and I actually want to start winding down a little bit. But I did think maybe something fun that we could do is that I could show the rest of the Count Tobers that didn't get aired. Norwegian, there we go. Yeah, absolutely, Luna. Ask for anything. I love that puzzle in my brain of like, oh right, I need to speak without idioms so that people in other languages can understand me. And I forget that there was one with Nijiyama that I had such a hard time with. I just like every time I explained it, I kept using a different idiom. I'm like, no, Kim, without idioms. Ed, the way you said that makes me feel like you should phrase it like Thor in the MCU. How fares your battle against the Janet of Disco? Oh. You got this, Haley. We believe in you. Right, Kat. Like, but the point was in Japanese they had no equivalent. In most languages, there's some kind of equivalent, but in Japanese they just don't do that. It is either your name or like your job title or position, and that's it. Which is fascinating to me. I love learning stuff like that. Yeah, he's playing on a Discord server, and I thought about just jumping into chat, but I don't want to put his whole chat on stream, and they may not be family friendly. Yes, Ed. Haley, are you on the Discord server? We're just a very encouraging bunch. Like, oh, and we had, in case she probably won't listen to this later, but if you're on my Discord server, please congratulate Liz got married today. We actually had somebody get married. Yay! Congratulations to Liz and her new husband. But yes, we're a very encouraging group over there. Okay, so let me pull up Count Tober. Why not? Sophia, are we going to get an update on when the website will be updated with all the character profiles? I will, when that's updated, I'll post on my community page and on my Discord and probably on Twitter as well. So I'll let you know in all of the places. Like I said, Missy is going to be coming to visit me, so I need to clean my house as well, which is part of the reason that I moved the premiere. So I will get to that as soon as I can. It just may not be right away, so just be a little bit patient with me. I will. How about I'll give you a little goodie, okay? Because I did this with my Discord server earlier. I'm going to give you one of their backstories. Good night, Bird. Thank you for hanging out. Let me grab the Discord link again. And then I'll give you... Yeah, because she's Bird. Tweet, tweet, tweet. There you go. All right. I'm going to give you Jack's backstory. Okay? And this will be your little teaser. And then just be patient with me putting the rest of them up. And also, Dimitri, I'll have to figure some stuff out and maybe brainstorm with Weeb a bit. All right. Ready? Jack Dolan. Some of the guys I have specific states, but for Jack I didn't. He's from the Midwest. So from middle America, somewhere in the suburbs. Oldest of 3 with a younger sister Vanessa and brother Eric. Their father left when Jack was 12. He was a drunk who was verbally abusive to his mother, and Jack frequently got between them. Vanessa was tragically murdered while Jack was away at college, and he never finished, consumed by grief and his desire for revenge. The murderer was caught and sent to prison. Jack felt directionless after that and joined the military. There you go. So all of them, except maybe Dimitri, will get a blurb like that. I'm going to have to come up with something for the president, too. Epic, are you around? Can you see if Haley got into the server? Make sure you hit the green check mark and accept the rules. Hi, Betty. I'm good. We're starting to wind down here a little bit. I don't know if Epic is still around. All right, everything is all abbreviated because I'm streaming. I think I see you there, but just make sure you hit that green check mark and accept the rules. Oh my god. Discord, you're killing me. Yeah, I can't see it while I'm streaming, sorry. Okay, thank you, Epic. Also, Epic got a credit in the credits for being my musical assistant because he helped me pick the musical tracks. Or sometimes just, like, metaphorically patted my head as I drove myself insane. That's a thing that people do, right? Kat asks, I meant to ask, is the president divorced or a widow? I hadn't decided. I was kind of trying to leave it a little blank so that you guys can fill in what you want. Because, like, that way, you know, if you personally, like, you don't have a father in your life or your father has passed on, like, you can fill that in for yourself. Obviously, now that I'm writing some more of it, I may have to make a decision on that, but I have not done it yet. That was a good question. I just don't have an answer for it because see previous discussion about being a utilitarian writer who doesn't create lots of lore. All right, let's pause this music. See if I can get this to work. All right, so I'm going to play Counttober 8 through 1. Because dang it, I worked on them, so why not? Also valid, Ed. Ed says, I always thought of her just being a single mother, never got married. That may be the route I go to. Why is it not showing up? That didn't work. Sorry, guys. Just trying to find the right thing. Hi, Mocha. I answered that earlier. I was inspired by Cardlin's In Good Hands series, and then my friend Melinda, when I was talking about wanting to write something super self-indulgent, she said, do it. And that's how it came to be, pretty much. Ooh, a thing happened. Mary Stan, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, how do I do this? Why isn't it showing up? Hold on. Let me look at the game capture real quick. I should leave the music playing until I figure this out. You're not showing it either? Dang it. Alright, let's just try screen capture then. Yes, Mothership. Mothership. Melissa, any further parts of the main story will be written, not audio. So I am working on part 4, but it's just written. However, the series, the side series, Alien Survivors and Saviors, that is a thing. That is also going to help wrap up the main story. All right. I'm going to start on number 9, and you guys tell me if you can hear this. 9. The number of times kiddo is said in Aliens 3. Make sure you're taking care of yourself today. President's orders. The best way to keep up to date with the latest Aliens content is to smash that subscribe button. Yay. I can't believe I wrote 2005 instead of 2025. 8. Where did the names come from? Sharp was a little random, maybe a little based on his prickly personality, but Agent Turner is named for Will Turner from Pirates of the Caribbean. 7. Jack. There are so many good fictional Jacks. Jack Sparrow, Jack Harkness, Jack Bauer, Jack Ryan, Jack Skellington, Jack Shepard, Jack Frost, from Rise of the Guardians, of course. And Dolan. Well, that's just a name from my past that has a lot of meaning to me. 6. Derek is named for Derek Hale from MTV's Teen Wolf, and I took the character's last name, Hale, and gave it to Will. So there you go. Did you know I have a Patreon where you get exclusive monthly benefits? 5. Will. Well, there are also many, many wonderful characters named Will. We'll say this one's inspired by Will Riker and Will Turner. I don't know why that one ended up with extra sparkles at the end. Brian is named for Brian Littrell of the Backstreet Boys. His last name is Richardson, from Kevin Richardson of the BSB. And Carter in my name is after Nick Carter. So now we've almost got the full set. AJ's first name is Alex, too. I don't really like the name Howie, though. Sorry, Howie. 3. Linus. I feel like this one is slightly more nebulous. I don't know that I have a specific place I pulled it from, but I just like the name. His last name, as I mentioned, is named after Lucas Wallencheck from seaQuest. Two. Jim, which is short for James. There are lots of great fictional Jameses and Jims. James T. Kirk, James Bond, Jim Hawkins, Jim Brody, also from seaQuest. That was pretty much my thought process. His last name is Foley, which is a nod to the process of physically making sound effects. That's called Foley. One day to go. Yeah, I can't resist doing it. One day more. See you soon. Aren't you guys happy I did it early? I'm happy I did it early. So relieved. Let me see if I have any last minute questions that came in. Okay, this is a good question. From Strawberry. Do you think you would release you singing Drunken Sailor or a full version with the boys? I've thought about it. I have seriously thought about it. Because it's public domain, so yeah. I haven't ruled it out. I don't know. I mean, I know that Cardlin would definitely say no. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who would actually say yes, but I might ask. I mean, why not, kind of? But yeah, I was kind of pleased when it started, and then people were like, put this on Spotify! Music video. God, epic? Why? Oh, God. Don't give me ideas. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Music videos are like my kryptonite. Good night, Julie. I will look into it. I'm not ruling it out, but I'm also not promising anything. And then I'm sure there are some, like, I'm sure Ed would be down to sing. Absolutely. Like, Ed's a good singer. And Akron wants to get out on it too. And Derek. And we can do more verses. I don't know. I'll see what happens, guys. I'll probe gently around and ask. But again, I try to be very nice to this cast because they've been very nice to me and I don't pay them. And they are very generous. So, yeah. Siren's voice is amazing. And I also didn't know what I didn't know was what a good singer Ashen is. Oh my god. Like, Siren is really good, but Ashen was a total surprise to me. I knew Weeb could sing. I wasn't sure about Ashen, and I knew that Cardlin was okay. And, yeah. So, but I was blown away. And if you notice, like, I sort of changed the mix a little bit as it went along, and I let Ashen come more to the forefront towards the end just because he sounds so good. But yes, Siren did it exactly the way I wanted it, and he did it really, really well. So, yes, and Siren has a wonderful singing voice. So, yeah, it was a treat, and I'm so glad they all agreed to do it. I'm so glad that you guys liked it and that it worked. And I thought about cutting it. I'm like, maybe it doesn't work. But then I was like, but then that scene just ends. So it won't work. I have to leave it in. So I'm really thankful that you guys liked it. And there you are, everyone. Part 4 is where we all start a band. Epic secret RFA 3 ending. The aliens just wanted a band concert. Oh my god. You guys are so silly. Alright. I am Latiod. I appreciate all of you and all of the hype and all of the follows and subscriptions and support and merch purchases and all the things. And yeah, we're not totally done. We still have Survivors and Saviors. You're gonna want to stay tuned to that. I almost just gave away a spoiler. And yes, there. I will try to not keep you waiting too long on part 4. I do have a good long chunk of it written. Oh man, it's really interesting for me to switch over to writing prose. But thank you for supporting me and all of the other artists. Thank you for your patience, because most of you were extremely patient. And now you see why it took so long, because it's a flippin' movie. Anyway. And move over Soja Boys and Huntrix. We're doing it ourselves. Oh my god. Yes, and also keep an eye on all my socials and my website so you can see when that's coming. Hold on. I do want to ask my husband about Disco Janet. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Apparently, Disco Janet no longer plays the mode that my husband is playing, which is spin mode, I think it is, which is really challenging because you have to really engage your core and balance and everything. So he says that he now has the moral high ground and take that as you will. Thank you, Strawberry. Aw, you're so sweet. Congratulations to all the merch winners. We'll try to do more of that. That's appreciated. Check out my Patreon as well. There's lots of different goodies on there. That's sort of I'm trying not to necessarily cross the streams between my Patreon and Aliens. That's why my patrons did not get Aliens early or anything like that. Because it's hard to sometimes get people to make the leap to a different website. So, anyway, I'm way too tired to finish that thought, but you guys kind of get what I mean. Thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate you all. And November 1st, I'll be here with the cast. Because now I can just say cast and not cast and crew. Now that you know the secret that Weeb is cast once again. Oh, did you? Oh, I'm tired. I am tired. Anyway, and that question form remains open if you have questions that you think of in the meantime. Oh, thank you. Me and my family, thank you for all your support. Bones thanks you for your support. And all of my fellow cast. No. Sorry, my husband was asking to jump on. And he thought I was talking to my server, not my live stream. He's like, do I need to jump into your server and play a song? No, not that. Anyway. Good night, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, eat, drink, sleep, stretch, take your meds, do all the things you need to do to stay healthy, and I will catch you next time. Good night. Maybe there's someone to raid. I don't know.
Take